Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to cover how I highlight and contour my face. I wanted to go more in depth and really show you guys how I do that, and try and see if we can talk about some ways that you can customize it for a different shape face. So to make this introduction short, let's just get right into it. I'm very white and I don't match my skin at all with my foundation. It's gonna be darker than me, but please don't clock me for it. I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Macaroon. Okay, so the most important part of highlighting and contouring is going to be your base. You're going to need a nice even base, and then because you're going to be going in with a concealer to highlight in the areas that you are going to be doing that, try and keep your foundation a little bit lighter to try and keep you from looking as cakey. So for me, that's going to be really in this area right here. I definitely want to let my natural freckles show through, so I try to keep my foundation application right there to a minimum. In my last makeup tutorial, I do actually talk about how I apply my foundation, how I've changed my application to create a more full coverage but lighter effect, in the meaning that my makeup is less cakey but I'm still getting that full coverage. So if you want to learn how I do that, definitely check out my last video. I'm going to link that down below in the description box. But now getting on to the good stuff. To highlight my face, I'm using a full coverage concealer. A lot of people use Shape Tape, but once I found, and I used to use Shape Tape, but once I found the Born This Way concealer, oh my goodness. Now it is a very hydrating formula, and you would think because I have oily skin I wouldn't want something like that, but I do, because when I have something that's a little bit more dry, my skin is feeling the need to produce more oil, and then I also have makeup that's starting to flake, which with oily skin, that should not be one of the problems that you have. I do like to try and keep the application of this to a minimum as well. So I have a huge forehead, so I'm just gonna be focusing that a tiny bit in the middle. I don't want to put a ton to really highlight my forehead, it's big enough. So then what we're also gonna be working on is a little bit on the chin. You just want to put a little bit because our biggest focus is going to be blending. And then you see right where the hollow is, I'm gonna go right underneath that. And then I try to drag it down with the little applicator because I don't want it to go up. I'm going to put it right underneath where I'm going to be contouring. What highlighting right here is going to do is give your face a more structured look. I don't know about you guys, but I love prominent cheekbones, prominent jawbones. So doing this right here and highlighting is going to give you a more square jaw effect. So now for under the eyes, like I was talking about earlier, we want our freckles to show through. Well, if you have freckles, I do, so I want them to show through. For this, it's going to go just in a little triangle. My trick here for contouring my nose, I don't like to put concealer down the bridge of my nose. What I like to do to help get that I can't breathe, skinny legend on your face look, right here is going to be where we're contouring on the nose. You want to put the highlight right underneath where you're going to be applying that. So you can see I just put it right on the side. And then if you accidentally get too much, what I like to do is scrape down slightly to kind of get that product off of your face. Some girls, when they're highlighting, you'll see them cover all here and put their highlighter all there with the concealer before it's blended. But what we want is to have a lighter application and then blend it out into those areas so it's a very small amount but still giving you a full coverage look. So I have my powder ready, so as soon as because I'm paranoid of creasing, as soon as I'm done blending this out, I can go ahead and start with my white powder. I use the Huda Beauty powder in the color Sugar Cookie. I'm going to be setting my under eyes with that, and then I'm going to be going in with the Jeffree Star banana powder. Now this is way too dark for me. They didn't have any of the lighter ones in stock, and I just haven't felt like making the trip back to my Morphe store to get the other ones or exchange it or do whatever. So your girl's just been a little more orange than usual.
Yeah, looks like you got a pretty serious bug from a website called... You know, I don't. Oh. Okay, here's the bigger problem. Okay.
And the way I like to do this is to just keep going up and down. And once I've started to get this to blend out right here, then I start to move my sponge back just to get the product to move around. So now, because I don't want the concealer to move around a lot on my nose, the technique that I'm doing here is just pressing really hard, not moving it around like here, because like I talked about earlier, we're going to be contouring right above that, so we're going to be careful not to put the concealer too high up onto your nose. Now on a clean side of my beauty blender, I'm just going to be dipping in to that Huda Beauty powder to set right underneath my under eyes. As you can see for this, I'm not just putting on like a ton of product. I'm taking small amounts at a time and really pressing it in, make sure the powder is melting into my skin and not just sitting on top of my makeup. So I just like to take my time and just slowly build up the amount of powder that I put under my eyes. So, and just like I did with the concealer, I want to put this right on the side of my nose, because this is just going to help give us that snatched look. And next, we're going to take our powder that is way too dark for us, but we're too lazy to go switch, the Jeffree Star powder. So one thing I am kind of upset about is in all the YouTube videos, everybody's like, oh, there's like a slight cotton candy smell. No, there's a very strong cotton candy smell, and like I've choked on it a little bit. It's definitely not as bad as the Huda powder. Like that stuff is so freaking strong. It's kind of like annoying, but the cotton candy smell, like it's not faint. So nothing out of the ordinary here. I'm just going to be taking my beauty blender with this banana powder and setting the rest of my face. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is just take this stippling brush and brush off my bake, kind of blend it down a little to maybe dull out the yellow powder. It's probably not doing much, but we'll take what we can get. But as you can see, now that I've got this brushed off, I mean, it is too dark for me, so it's still a little bit more of a difference than you would typically want it to be, like in colors. But now you guys can definitely see the effect that using two different powders gives you. I'm so excited to show this. So if you have watched any of my YouTube videos, you know that I have had the same contour kit for like 6 years. Okay, let me pull it out in case y'all haven't seen it. This is your first time at my channel. If it is, hello. Hi, how are you? What's up? I don't have my little catchphrase yet, so we'll get there eventually. Oh god. This thing is just, I can't even lift it up because I've got product like crushed up in here. You can see it right there. So if I truly lift it, it'll fall out like it already started to do. But this is the original Anastasia contour kit. I got this when it came out, and like I haven't replaced any of the pans in it. Like this is the original one, and your girl finally got a new contour kit. The Morphe one's pretty awesome. I'll open it up and show you. This is for light skin tones. I'm obsessed with this color. Like, I'm so happy there's finally a color light enough for us pale ass bitches. The formula is a little bit more dry than I would like. What I'm going to be doing is not hard at all. I'm going to start by hollowing out my cheekbones, and I'm just going to be using a Sephora brush. It's their small contour brush. It doesn't have a number on it. And I'm going to be mixing the colors Donut and Debutante. So we're just going to go in with a very light hand in circular motions, and we're going to make sure our circles are going upwards and not downwards to mix with that highlight. And then I do like to go back in and just focus it a little bit more into the hollows of my cheeks, just because I like it's a little emphasized because of the light right now, but I do like a very contoured cheek look. Now I have gone back and forth with the way I do my chin contour. There are some times where I focus it right under here, and there are some times where I focus it right at the edge. I mean, it just changes every day, and it's not something I truly think about. It's just I'm doing my makeup and I either put it underneath or I put it right here. But I'm gonna try and do a little bit of both, just so you guys can see the like two techniques I do use on a regular basis. So if you are somebody who likes to do it underneath, you can kind of see that line where it goes from chin / jaw to neck, and I just focus it right in there, and then I bring it up to meet the edge of my contour. So for that, I didn't dip my brush back into my pan any. Like, I just put a little bit right here, and then I blend it back and up and just keep blending it. That's going to be the biggest thing when it comes to contouring. Less is more, and blending is key. I feel like, honestly, that's one of the like biggest things in makeup, is just less is more, and blend that shit out. Okay, now going in with that other technique I was talking about, since this is going to be like truly on my face, not underneath, I do want it to be a little bit lighter. So for this, I'm going to be mixing the colors Liberati and Donut. So just right above where I put the product before is where I'm going to put this very light application. Now, moving on to probably my favorite part of contouring, the nose. So my all-time favorite brush for contouring the nose is the NARS Kabuki brush. It is a little bit dense, but it's not as dense as some kabuki brushes can be. A lot of kabuki brushes are shorter and extremely dense. As I did before, I'm going to be mixing the colors Donut and Liberati, and I just place them on the side. As you can see, it's not on the top or this side. It's all focused, well, mainly focused on one side of the kabuki brush. And I kind of take my brush in like a twisted kind of motion because I want it to go out, in, out. I like it to follow the natural shape, and then I want it to also follow in, so I can blend it this way and have it blending into my brow bone. So I'm just going to pat that down a little bit with a white powder. I don't know why it's picking up so much on the camera as like orange. I promise in person it doesn't look this intense, but if you are contouring your nose and feel like it does look a little bit more intense than you'd like, you can take your damp beauty blender and just kind of pat it down, and that'll help to fade some of that color away. So what I'm doing, I don't know, the closer I'm having to, I don't know how to explain this part. Okay, so the closer you make the lines, the thinner your nose is going to be. You don't want it like all dark thinking this is all going to look sunken in. You want it to come as close as possible. So this side looks a bit better than this one. I don't know if like I just got too much dark product right here, but you can kind of see how this one's like a lighter, more natural contour, and that's how I like it to look. And then you can see where I blend it up into my brow bone. And then the last thing I like to do on my nose contour is take it at the very top of the brush, and then right, because I like this part to look a little bit flatter, so right here is where I'm going to start. And I'm just going to put brown underneath to kind of give my nose a little bit more of a pinched effect. So, and then a quick little thing I like to do while I have my kabuki brush out is just run it underneath my lip with whatever product I have left over, just to make my lips look a little bit bigger. I mean, you can't forget them when you're contouring. You want to be careful when you're doing the upper lip, because if you put too much brown, you're gonna look like you have a mustache. So on my last part of contouring, I'm gonna again be taking Donut and Debutante. So I just take a very light hand and contour around my forehead. This is probably the easiest part when it comes to contouring. I like to also pull my hair back so I can make sure I'm getting into my hairline, so that way it's not so pale and then brown. Like I was talking about before with highlighting, I used to put white powder all here, but I thought it just made too much of a color difference, and things didn't look as natural as they could be. So what I started to do is at the end, I'll take a clean side of my beauty blender. I like to use like this little edge corner right here, dip it into some powder because I do want this cheek to look a little bit more predominant. I'm just gonna take it right underneath and blend it downward and just let that sit while I'm finishing up the rest of my makeup. And then another thing I like to do right at the edge of the contour to help make your nose snatched, I like to drag that down right here. And I'm just gonna let that bake as well. So now that I've got my face nice and highlighted and contoured, I'm gonna go ahead, finish up my look, and then I'll be back in with you guys. Alrighty, so I went ahead and put the rest of my makeup on. We've got like our actual highlighter, some bronzer, eyeshadow. For today's lips, I just went with like a very light, summery look. I just have lip liner and gloss. The lip liner I'm using is Morphe in the color Frenchie. If you guys are not using Morphe lip liners, like you're a bit crazy. They're $3. I bought 6 of them for the price of one MAC lip liner. And then I just topped it off with the Boho Morphe lip gloss. I just wanted something light and summery. And then for today's lashes, I'm using the Batty Bee lashes in the style Saucy. These I believe are the newest ones that have come out. Their lashes are only $19 and they have a great band. So they actually like stay held together very well. You can get a lot of wears out of them. They're nice and wispy, and then these ones are pretty piecey as well. But that is it for my in-depth highlight and contour tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.